Abusuan yini komo o channel so haksei AGH Politics Avenue. Podcast or secretary be quiz make headlines. Na jembre na EDB exumwo na yebo ewra eye court Wontumi ho insensem na omo ekopie mu ewo court na court ehye omu se omo fa omo nkrata edi adanse efa eye ongoing cases ne ho na eye prosecution witness emma eye state no eye Edward Ekuokon no eye MD emma chairman Wontumi nso kire se chairman Wontumi wono se bia so se bia nyaado wonye womanimfo wonye academic enti nnwuma mo ye nyina no ne nkrata bia enihu na we ni free ho nso a eye the lawyer and the Appiak Kubi enso ekasai ye mo nwram ne ehwe ne ekọ ene de eba.
Let's shift our attention to the courts now. The Accra High Court has directed lawyers of the New Patriotic Party's Ashanti Regional Chairman Wontumi or Bernard Ěxpǒsės to serve documents which they sought to tender in as evidence to state prosecutors. Earlier, former Akonta Mining General Manager Edward Akwaku told the court during cross-examination that Chairman Wontumi does not deal with documents. The prosecution's first witness indicated that Wontumi's defense was that he is not an academic. Lord Eduasare was in court and reports.
Bernard Ěxpǒsės, also known as Wontumi, and 3 others have been charged with multiple offences for allegedly undertaking illegal mining in the Tanonimri Forest Reserve in the Western region. They have pleaded not guilty and are on bail. In court on Monday, May 11, lawyers of the NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman, led by Appiak Kubi, continued with the cross-examination of the prosecution's first witness, Edward Ěxpǒsės. The general manager of Akonta Mining told the court that Wontumi engaged him in 2021 after disclosing that he had Chinese partners who would provide equipment, logistics, and would front the mining operations. Edward Akwaku indicated that in 2022, despite not being issued a mining license, Chairman Wontumi told him to move into Tanonimri Forest Reserve to mine, noting that he had informed the then Lands Minister. The NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman showed a no objection letter into his request to the Minister as permit for the operations. He further explained that indigents of Samraboy protested against the mining activities of Akonta Mining and set heavy-duty trucks belonging to the company ablaze. According to the witness, one of the trucks was provided by the Chinese partners of Wontumi. Asked to produce documentation to prove the owner of the consignment carried by the trucks, the witness disclosed that Wontumi was not in the habit of working with documents, since according to him, he was not an academic. Appiak Kubi, however, produced a letter which he explained had been authored on behalf of Wontumi and sought to tender it into evidence. Senior State Attorney Nana Maprempe told the court they had not been served with a document. The court therefore ordered the defense lawyers to file the documents into disclosures and serve the state before the next adjourned date. Appiak Kubi spoke after the hearing.
Never use documents in transactions, but we're trying to prove that that is not the case because he himself has signed documents for and on behalf of A2 and A1 in civil courts. And we are seeking to tender that document that he signed in his witness statement in that civil court to indicate A2, A1 that when necessary they deal documents.
Lord Eduasare, TV3 News, Accra.
Away from the courts, the Minister of Roads and Highways, Kwame Governor Abuja, has rejected claims timelines set for the completion of the Big Push projects are overly ambitious and unrealistic. The comments of the minister follows claims that the Accra-Kumasi Expressway is not achievable.
The minister once again on an ambitious drive to inspect roads in the eastern, central, western and western north regions. His first port of call was the stalled Kumasi bypass, which has attracted heavy criticism over claims it has been abandoned.
Government's intention to build a new road from Accra to Kumasi called the Accra-Kumasi Expressway is not a substitute to the existing Accra-Kumasi highway. It's supposed to complement that project. So nobody should be afraid of the fact that because we are doing Accra Kumasi Expressway, it means this road is no longer a government priority. It's supposed to be complementary.
Still on roads, the 3 major Big Push road projects are underway in the Greater Accra region, but mounting frustration is growing among residents and motorists over what they describe as painfully slow progress and worsening road conditions, from demolished structures along the Tema-Aflao corridor to crater-filled inner roads around Barrier. Affected communities say that the ongoing construction is causing more hardship than relief.
The Greater Accra region is benefiting from 3 major projects under the government's Big Push infrastructure agenda. The rehabilitation of the Tema-Aflao Road, covering 17.3 kilometers by First Sky Limited. The reconstruction of the Dodowa-Afienya-Dowenya Road, spanning 27.8 kilometers by Oswald Investment Limited, and the upgrading of the Oibi Apollonia-Afienya Road, stretching 21 kilometers, are currently ongoing. Awarded on September 5 last year, the Tema-Aflao Road remains a critical corridor linking the capital to neighboring West African countries to the east, while also serving as a major route for the movement of passengers and goods within the country. The project is progressing steadily, with engineers constructing 3 major drains to ensure the rapid and safe flow of water during heavy downpours. Excavation works are also ongoing at sections of the site. Structures situated within the construction zone have been demolished to pave the way for the expansion works. The project comes at a contract sum of over 1,477,000,000 cedis. However, residents along the corridor say the pace of work remains slow and frustrating.
You know, Ghanaians, we have been waiting for a long, so we want things fast. And the fast thing improve that the government is doing something. So those that have awarded the contract, they have to come to the site and do things fast. How many years is for the government? It's 4 years. And now it's almost 2 years. So how many years remaining? And we are going to enter into rainy season. They will say because of the rain, they stop doing road and things. So we need agent help so that we'll be out of these things. Look at our inner lanes. Bonkatamanzo is part of Tema. But if you like, go inside and see. Nothing.
Vote mobi. Na memba ke wa ke vote ko na me fe gbe be wo fo ameda. Ya ke won no ni oba na se na mo no oba na ya meji gbe pe.
Motorists share similar concerns, citing heavy traffic congestion, dust and deteriorating sections of the road.
When we are sure as a me feel me use tipa. Yeah, ATT brothers. Yeah, na change of government, but still, yeah, 2 years in Pony. Yeah, they be almost a be bra ye brain traffic be chiusa say ebe ye na anamoto bi wo ho be to dia say omo ye no ma entertain ye ba June mu na ye right na ye ho hwe.
The construction firm declined to comment on the progress of work. At Afienya, the expansion of the road has also led to the demolition of structures situated along the construction path. This follows compensation payments made to affected property owners. But a more troubling situation is unfolding on the inner roads linking Bombaria to the Michel Camp area. Craters created by heavy-duty trucks have left the stretch nearly inaccessible. Residents say the situation is severely affecting transportation and daily economic activities. While government touts the project as a major step toward easing congestion and boosting economic activity, many residents insist that the true benefit will only be felt when the roads are completed and the burden of construction gives way to lasting relief. Stanley Niblew, TV3 News, Accra.
In more news tonight, 60 fire service personnel have been deployed across the country to serve as fire police officers and provide protection for firefighters during emergency operations.
Over the years, there have been several reports of members of the public attacking and obstructing firefighters while carrying out their lawful duties. According to the Ghana National Fire Service, these incidents are partly due to the absence of fire police personnel. As a result, the Fire Service Police Unit, which was established some years ago, has been revived, with 60 personnel undergoing training by the military police units of the Ghana Armed Forces. Addressing the personnel, Chief Fire Officer Daniela Mausi Intu Sapon called on them to uphold the integrity of the service. She also warned the public to desist from the growing trend of assaulting firefighters in the line of duty.
This year alone, the Ghana National Fire Service has recorded more than 30 attacks on firefighters during emergency operations. Some of these attacks have resulted in serious and life-threatening injuries. Ladies and gentlemen, this situation cannot continue. From today, any person who attacks, obstructs, or prevents firefighters from carrying out their lawful duties will be arrested and handed over to the Ghana Police Service.
Constant efforts to decongest the capital appear to yield little long-term success because traders continue to return to pavement and roadsides shortly after enforcement exercises. Concerns remain over lack of sustained monitoring and continuous enforcement as problem persists, especially in La Paz, where traders say they have not been given any better alternative to sell. Christian Yali reports.
I'm going to run a 24-hour city, so we are not sleeping, we are working it every day. So it means this will be, it's not going to be 90 wonder.
This happened last year in May when the Accra Metropolitan Assembly embarked on a citywide decongestion exercise to clear street traders and unauthorized structures from pavement. It was not going to be a 9-day wonder, as was said, and since then, the mayor and his team have, from time to time, visited targeted locations within the Central Business District to attempt restoring order and improving urban mobility. But when the officers dressed in AMA vests leave, little is said about the impact as many of the traders return. Just last week, Thursday, May 8th, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, the AMA Mayor and city authorities stormed La Paz on the National Road 1 to stop traders from selling on the pavement. They were to leave the space by Monday, but that had not entirely happened. Traders say they have no other place to settle.
Because we are trying SS4, we are trying University 4, low.
Many of us here take loans to do business. Evicting us from this place will erode our source of livelihoods. We have children we are taking care of.
I
have been affected by this exercise. I currently do not have a place to sell. They should open the space around the footbridge for us.
Chairman of the La Paz Traders, Samuel Bamfo, says authorities should make a space around the footbridge available for use so the pavement can be free.
Because single parents
we cannot evict everyone. Some are single parents surviving on this trade. We are selling here
to see how we can resolve that one.
The recurring pipeline failures at Pong not only expose the fragile state of critical water infrastructure, but also underscore the growing cost of deferred maintenance as thousands of consumers continue to endure shortages, while millions of gallons of treated water are lost daily. Stanley Niblo, TV3 News, Pong.
Let's go on to some other stories, still on water issues, but this time around to Galamsey-related subject. And months of military raids, dozens of excavators seized, millions spent on the fight against Galamsey. And yet, the Kobro River still runs brown. Despite repeated operations by security forces in the western region, the dream of restoring the river to its natural state remains out of reach. We go upstream with the Regional Security Task Force led by Brigadier General Musa Waja, retired, to see for ourselves what months of crackdowns have and have not achieved. Irama Smith picks up the story.
The Pra, Tano and Kobro rivers are among Ghana's hardest hit by illegal mining. The result, dangerously high turbidity that has made the water unusable for thousands of communities downstream. but the technology to reverse it already exists.
In the minerals engineering department, they are also taking samples from these same rivers and calculating how they can purify it. I want to say and put it on record that UMAT has the technology and the know-how to clear all the polluted rivers in Ghana if given the opportunity.
Over the weekend, the Western Regional Security Council, including the National Security and the Western Naval Command, patrolled the Kobro to assess what months of operations have changed. Leading the team, Brigadier General Musa Waja, retired, said the permanent deployment of NIMOS in Lembele is a turning point.
And there's some quite improvement in the integrity of the river. I am with the opinion that now that NIMO has established the allocation at Lembele, working together with the Regional Security Task Force, I think the Kobro River will be restored to normalcy. There will be much more improvement. Except the only thing is that there is the need for constant, patrolling on the river.
The improvement is visible, but only on the surface. Illegal miners have abandoned direct river dredging. Instead, they've dug long water holes connected to pumping machines on the banks. After extraction, the toxic wastewater flows straight back into the river, undoing any...
Because of the water that they use in the operation, they always pump the water to the various side and then return the water that have been used to wash the soil are returned to the river. They are also decided the next line of action. Previously, it was directed that if you want to operate, you have to be about 100 meters from the river, and we think it's not the best. And the sector minister have said it should be a kilometer away. I think that is the best solution to it. So we are going to enforce that to make sure that nobody wash their soil back into the river.
After hours of patrolling, the task force seized 6 pumping machines, 6 car batteries, 2 outboard motors, 3 boxes of engine oil, and 2 excavator control boards. The question now is, will enforcement finally stay ahead of the miners' shifting tactics? And will their authorities act on the technology that could actually restore these rivers? Irama Smith, TV3 News, Western Region.
And in the Ashanti region, an executive member of the governing party on Monday attempted to stop an anti-galamsey operation in the Kobro forest after police arrested 4 people for illegally mining in the reserve. The story has been put together by William Evans Inkum.
The Kobro forest is under siege. The government fight against illegal mining seems far from over. Beyond the ripped forest, the Oder River is also not spared. This gang of illegal miners appeared to have a strong backing. A man appeared at the scene and identified himself as the NDC constituency chairman of Odotobri.
Inside the forest, inside the Honan Casano, Yakoche machine 9.
We impounded 4 excavators and made some arrests.
Odotobri chairman. One nko for 2 kai buy ne galamsey ni na o te galamsey ni na ye che ne ka enum ena omo beka che se wono na de wo mu abehye ho enti mpanyumfo atachire enti yenwai saa adwuma na ye ayeye no
we ensema horo tim course wo channel no so ma ena o se so je mre da sene so oba de ndia dum bi edum enia onia ye besan asomo